Craigslist. That thing is phenomenal. It's free. And I get 10, 15 calls a day off my ads. I have many different ads, 7 ads, and they say different things. Of course, I'm doing several different things at one time, but one of them that you can run on your ad is rent-to-own lease option. Lease option is a nice fancy word. There's a lot of folks out there really don't know what that means. But so I like to put rent-to-own. Keep it to the basics, guys. Not everyone's as educated as you, okay? So understand, you know, that way you capture a larger audience. So that's very, very important. And then if you ever meet with folks, you know, I've got a nice car, but I leave it in the garage, and I drive my little Prius, or I drive something simple. You know, I'm not here to impress anybody, to be honest with you. Maybe tonight a little bit. But normally when you see me out there, if you've seen me, I'm normally in shorts, and I wear a button-up shirt. I don't even tuck it in. You got to remember, you got to be, to sell your product, you have to mirror yourself. You have to be on their level. And but I went to Dale Carnegie, and they teach you how to sell, and that's what I was taught many, many years ago. One thing you want to do is for those of you that aren't doing it full-time like myself, here's an idea that I want to talk about. When people call in on your ad, and let's say you have a home and you're considering doing lease options after tonight, you've been trying to sell it, and it's not selling. Well, guess what? You either got it priced too high, which means you bought it for too much. That's okay. But how do we solve that issue? How do we do that? Do we lower it down and you just make $1,000 and get out and say real estate doesn't work? Or do we create another opportunity, which is a rent-to-own lease option, where you can price it accordingly and actually make your return? Now, it'll be down the road, but we'll talk about the benefits of doing a rent-to-own. Could someone grab me a water? I apologize. Let's do this. Let's say you guys have a career and you're not doing it every day like myself. So what I would do is I would create a buying frenzy. When people call you off an ad, you're going to want to tell them, hey, appreciate you calling. I do have a home available. Can't wait to show it to you. Thank you very much. I have showings on Saturday at 1, Sunday at 2. You guys, you got to remember this. Now, why did I pick Sunday at 2?
After Mass.
Yes, right. Some of us go to church. I don't, but I try. But you got to be respectful. Most folks go to church, so give them plenty of time to hang out with who they got to hang out with, have lunch, and then they can meet you Sunday at 2. Now, for those of you in the room that not as educated in real estate, and you get one call off your rental sign, and you run over there, and you're waiting for that person, did they always show up?
Nope.
Hell no, right? So let me tell you how to really do the business. You want to set up a buying frenzy. You want to tell them Saturday at 1, Sunday at 2. I usually have 5, 6 people show up. I'm always late. Now, I was raised by a Marine. He was a sergeant major, 30 years. I'm always early, and I'm as neat as a pin. My wife tells me I came trained. Now, I'm always early, but am I late that day? Yes. Why am I late?
They talk.
Dang straight. They show up, they're kicking the tires and looking in the windows. I always pull up late, slam the door. I'm so sorry I'm late. By the way, who was here first? They all go, I was, right? Oh boy, so sorry. So, and I do this. Guys, you gotta play it this way, because this creates a buying frenzy. Now what you do is, you know what, let's all be respectful. Come on over here. And what I've got is I got some applications for you guys to fill out. That's our first thing, right? We want to know if you're qualified to buy this home. So I hand them all the application, and I grab the first person. I say, I don't know if you're here first or last, but let me take you through the house. And then, of course, I leave the door open, and the other ones kind of drift in behind me. You know what I'm saying? And so it's kind of neat. I do that Saturday, and I do that Sunday. Now, guys, what did I just create? I only have one house. I created buyers.
Future buyers.
That's correct. That's correct. Now, I do this a little differently. I never buy a home in hopes to do a lease option. I run a campaign that I have buyers in my hand right now. I got to go find them a home. Is that the better way to do it? But guess what all the other real estate gurus are teaching? Go buy a home and then do the real, we got the cart before the horse, guys. I'm just letting you know I do this every day. That's the better way to do it. If you had a buyer, and the first thing I do is I let him go talk to my who? Mortgage broker first.
Yeah.
Now, I can't do anything until I know where you at, when can you get a mortgage? Because I'm gonna be upfront with you. I used to know a lot about the mortgage company. I used to own a mortgage company back in the day. And things are changed, right? So I don't know. All I know is I know real estate. So we all have to know what we're good at and what we're not so good at, and we hire the people to do the things that we're not so good at. I learned that from Ford. I read his autobiography. He's a pretty sharp guy, but believe me, he didn't know everything. But he could push a button, they'd come in the room and say, "Can you answer that?" And they say, "Yeah." Well, I learned from that. You know what I mean? I say, "Hey, I like to be everything, but I'm not." Believe me, my wife will tell you.
Tells me too.
And you got to have like a telephone script. After you do a few of these, you're going to get, you know, what was it about the ad that got your attention? Now, of course, I've been doing this many years. For some of you in the room, you're just starting out, or maybe you just did a couple. This is a learning curve for you guys, and you're going to have them tell you what grabbed their attention. Okay? They're going to say, "Wow, it was that. Oh, great. Let me make a note of that." And believe me, I'm still learning here and there, and I can tweak my ads on Craigslist. This is some of the stuff you want. How much of the option payment can you afford to pay? You got to know how much they got to put down. Do I get calls and they say, "Yeah, I got $500. Woo! You want to work with that person? Probably not. Say, you know, move in with your mom, save a few more bucks, and call me. You know what I mean? I've had guys give me $20,000 down. Does that happen on a lease option? Of course it does. I had a home on McGregor near the Edison. I bought it, two-story house. I bought it, sold it, got 20 grand down. 2 weeks later, the guy's redoing the flooring. He's putting another 20 grand in the flooring. I'm like, "You're nuts." But he took me out in a year and a half. 6 months before he told me he needed it. So it's kind of nice. What can you reasonably afford to pay on your monthly lease payment? Very important, guys, because if, let's say your payment's $1,000, but they're renting an apartment for $650. You think that loan is going to default?
Yes.
Most likely. Well, I just got a raise, or I just started a business, and I'll be glad. I can definitely make that payment. I don't see the history here. I need a history of something I feel good about. Plus, when you get them in front of your mortgage broker, they're going to sit them down and look at their debt-to-income ratio. How far off are they? And what's their FICO score? How many points are we down to get them to where we need to get that financing? And you need somebody good. Mine is my aunt. She's been doing it 32 years, and she knows how to get people a loan. Most of it is owner occupancy. She's not really good about investing, but she knows how to get people into a home. She knows the programs that are out there. They even have gifting, $10,000 for the people to get into the home when they purchase the home. So that's something very, very important. What's your great property? Let me check my appointment. This is where I reel them into Saturday at 1, Sunday at 2. Okay? Even today, you think I'm a little busy during the day? Absolutely. But you know what? My wife is okay with me leaving for just an hour and a half showing the house. And I got 5 people that say, "Darn, you know what? I hope that you're going to be on the list. I know that you're going to get it. But never mind. It's okay. I need to get your wish list. And I need you to get approved. And then we're going to go find you a home." You know how that really makes them feel? Makes them feel awesome. That you're going to get them a home. Now, structuring the deal. Let's talk about that, guys. Let's structure a lease option. I usually like to do a 1 to 3 year lease with an option to buy. I never go beyond a 3 year. I've had some folks, when I take them to Lynn Reber, my mortgage broker, she says, "Hey Spence, these guys just need a year." I said, "Great. Should you give yourself a buffer?" You know what that means? A buffer means when she says, "Hey Spencer, I think I can get him in that financing and we can do a refinance and cash you out in a year." Do I give them another year? Absolutely. I give them a year, and you know why I do that? is I've been on that side of the desk. And I would like another year. Now, am I gonna pay for it? Yeah. But I feel good now. Now I'm not like, man, if I don't perform within that year, I'm gonna lose my house, I'm gonna lose my down payment. Would they feel better if I said, I'm gonna give you another year just in case you need it? Now, I don't want you to take that year. But I'm gonna charge you another $10,000 for the house, and I'm gonna go up on the payment $100. I'm gonna make it a little painful. But they're gonna have that option to do it. And that's what I would like. So I always remember, I don't know, it's all about